Hi everyone, we've got another Cardfight game over here. We have Braden playing Granblue against John playing Kagerou. Colin, what are you thinking about this matchup?
Well, Granblue does have some really OP multi-attacks, but it takes a little bit to get going. While Kagerou, you can just, depending on which build this is, I think it's Dauntless Drive, they can just, play Dauntless Drive, play another Dauntless Drive, and just keep attack and restanding. So it's really simple, but I would say Granblue has the edge. That's just my opinion.
I would agree just because I've played against a lot of Granblue in my past. Yeah, but definitely, you can never, with that Kagerou, depending on how that turn goes, with all those restands on what triggers you get, it's a little scary space in that. No doubt about it.
Although if John was playing the cross, that'd be a little bit scarier.
Yeah, I would agree. It looks like we've got not Colombard ride for the Granblue. That's unfortunate, but he gets a heal, so it's not bad.
That's a mark of
I feel like deny. Like having less damage against Kagerou is definitely preferable early on.
Having the heal in hand too. 20k.
True. Yep. Definitely help with guarding. Alright. Thinking.
That's an old school card, Burning Horn Dragon.
True, yep. So we see that he's riding Beatrice. A ghosty grade 3. Calling that, makes sense. Soul blasting it and then calling it. That's his best option. That card's very strong in the early game. Gets 15k and retires after it attacks, and you get to draw one.
Do you think this ride for Beatrice was intentional, or he had no other choice?
Even with only one counterblast, Nightrose can still do quite a bit, so I would imagine he doesn't have Nightrose. It could be, depending on his hand though, if he didn't have any regards, Beatrice isn't a bad choice.
Would you look
it is tough to say. And there's another heal. Two 20k shields with a hand. Whew. Got guard for days. Look at that hand. Wow. Both their hands are pretty big.
Alright. John's thinking. He does not have Dauntless Drive.
Ooh.
It took him too long.
Yep. That's otherwise an easy choice.
Yep. Well, playing down the Great. The Great was from a year ago, I believe, and those guys require a grade 3 in Soul to fully activate all their skills. So this is going to be a vanilla turn for John, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's not the greatest feeling, for sure. The greatest feeling, get it?
Get out of here.
Yeah, goodbye.
Although we could see a spicy play from John here, because Neilflame does give the Great 5k, and then if he plays 2 counterblasts, the Great does get a crit.
That's true.
Yeah, I think that might be his best play here.
Some good early pressure, especially with Braden at 0 damage.
Looks like
I would agree.
Vanilla.
Oh, he doesn't do it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Dang it.
We thought we could read the future, but we cannot.
Yeah, we're not as prophetic as Braden.
Oh, the prophetic commentator. Alright.
What does that guy do? Tell me.
I will tell you. When you play him, you get to search your deck for a card with Ghosty in his card name. You put that in your drop zone, shuffle the deck, and then at the end of the battle, it attacked. If your Vanguard has a Ghosty in its name, you retire it, and you can counter charge.
Easy counter charges. Very good.
Yeah, these Ghosties actually provide a lot of counter charge to the deck, which is pretty nice, because that is one One of the weaknesses of Granblue is even if you get everything off early and you have a few really strong turns, if they're able to survive, it slowly falls off. But if you have a lot of counter blast, it can keep the attacks going, keep those skull dragons hitting. You can maybe squeeze in a win before you just had the cutlass. You can only do that twice.
Yeah, speaking of cutlass, he does play them as well. So it looks like Braden's deck is built for counter charging.
It's got a lot of counter charge. That's true. And and he's only working with 1 damage so far, so it's working out for him.
Yeah, he's counter blasted that damage like twice now.
Yes, still no Nightrose, so not going to be too explosive a turn. But still got the pirate ship swinging in with an extra 15, you know. And that out every turn is good. It's good enough. It'll do it.
So you're saying both players are at their suboptimal forms here?
It's what it's looking like for sure. Which, if it's gonna happen, it might as well happen to both players. It creates an interesting game for sure.
Yep.
You're not really sure what to expect from the other person.
It forces both players to play to their outs. Outside their comfort zone, I guess you could say.
Yeah, definitely. I guess Skull Dragon, yeah. Not a lot of... Mainly those 2 heals so far, trigger-wise.
Not boosting.
Yeah, we got Columbine on the other side, so when that attacks, he'll be able to counterblast 1 and call something, so get a little multi-attack in there. Looks like, yeah, Braden does have all the rear guards he needs for a full-blown Nightrose turn. He's just missing the Nightrose.
Unfortunate.
And I think he called that to look for the Nightrose, probably, I would assume.
Unfortunately, the grade 3 searchers can't search when called.
Oh, Oh, yeah, I did know that. Then it does get 5k.
Probably just a beat stick then, because it is a ghosty too. So
that is true. That is actually probably what he was thinking. We uncovered it, I think, because that's gonna be a 15k intercept. He's thinking about the next turn.
Still nothing from poor John over there.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
Well, I mean, he's got the Dauntless, but just the Dauntless.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 restand, not 2 restands.
If it had been the other order, would have been a different turn.
Yep.
For sure.
Looks like he's playing in card. Alright. So now let's drive Dragon. He's got some skills from before his original form. You drive check 2 normal units, so let's say you whiffed on any triggers, you still get 10k to a rear guard in your front row. And then the other skill is, in the battle, you just discard 3 and restands. No drive losses, which is pretty cool.
That is nice.
Yep. And it retains its old break right ability too, so when it's ridden upon, the new Vanguard gains all of its auto abilities, besides that ability. So they get the power up and the restand.
The design of that card is really nice. I do like it.
Definitely another option if you don't want to play the YOLO Dragonic Overlord the cross deck.
That's right.
More stable.
Yep, a little more consistent. Oh.
Okay.
Was that a crit or
crit heal, I believe?
That's a good drive check.
Never mind.
Oh, it wasn't a crit. We got that discard for a restand. That'd pretty good on this turn with all these.
He does the thing I like
powers.
to do where I don't, even if I don't trigger, I still say crit power.
Just get a little fear into your opponent.
So let's talk about that grade 2. Well, it used to be a promo card, but it was reprinted in Clan Selection 2 along with Dauntless. When your Vanguard restands, you discard 1, counterblast 1, gets 15k and a crit.
Woo.
Giant critical beat stick.
That's going to be a huge attack.
Mm-hmm.
All those triggers on it as well.
And it is not once per turn.
Ooh. Then we see the protect marker coming out. It makes sense. That's going to be hard to guard with shield alone. Alright, will we see the... See if he has Nightrose this time. No. Oh, he did save that, he didn't intercept that ghosty. So.
The numbers probably didn't add up to how you wanted it.
Probably. Yeah. So looking at the attacks, yeah, it definitely makes sense, but there wasn't really an opportunity to use it. If John had a third column, it would have been a really good use for it, though. But yeah, it looks like John's field is suffering a little bit.
I mean, look at the man. He has a draw trigger on the board.
Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do. So, I'm wondering if he'll be able to call out Columbard sometime into the attack. Otherwise, it'll only be 3 attacks. Hopefully, he can. So, these new ghosty cards have a lot of nuance potential, sort of. But I think you can only call ghosty cards. So, actually, I'm not sure if he'd be able to do that. Other one from hand, he gets to search his deck for any card, so getting a Skull Drag into the drop. There's a lot of preparation going into this turn.
Attacking without a boost. That can only mean one thing.
Looks like we're using the ghosty ability and we're gonna call out old Damien. That's my guess. So he's opting for that multi-attack instead of the Lombard.
Now this is the effect of Beatrice, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's a sort of combo where basically, yeah, Jesse retires itself, and then Beatrice says when it's retired, you counterblast 1, and then you call a ghosty that's 1 grade less from the one that was retired. So here we have a heal guarding the Vanguard pretty easily. That's only 17. Oh, just kidding. It's only 12, I'm pretty sure. So I think Beatrice only gets 5k to rear guards and guards.
I think she gives it to everybody with Ghosty. All your units with Ghosty in their card names on rearguard or guardian circle. Oh, never mind, you're right.
That was yeah, I had to do a double take on that one. Because yeah, when you start reading it, you're like, oh, nice. But then, so yeah, that heals the guard just to guarantee. Braden didn't have any more surprise triggers. Yeah, when both players are not playing with their optimal cards, optimal Vanguards, yeah, it's sort of like a war of attrition almost.
I do like that Beatrice works off any retire, not just Ghosty retire. So.
Me too.
Yep.
Yep.
Where you can do that ability.
Yep. Yep. Look at. Yep.
I think he forgot to draw, but that's okay. He's got enough cards in his hand. Oh, there we go. Okay.
You remembered.
You remembered.
Last chance. Yeah. Well, looks like we got Kagerou to 5 damage. And then deciding not to retire it, leave it on the field as a 15k intercept. Pretty smart, because from that he'd only be able to call the heal if he had it. And he doesn't need counter charge right now. Could be where Kagerou gets some big hits in, if he's got a good card to ride.
He needs to ride a Dauntless or an Overlord. A or B? Oh no, it's attack again.
Oof.
Well, at least Dauntless can still restand.
Yep. Yeah. It's better than the Great, for sure.
Alright. Interesting. A Sentinel crit, I believe. That is a
lot of guard.
40. Yep.
50. Yep.
No pass. Looks like John whiffed, so Burn Rise gets 10k from Dauntless. Discarding 3. John's really good at faking this out with triggers and stuff. Like, he touches his damage zone, I think he's gonna counter blast or something.
Yeah. I'm on the edge of my seat.
If I were Braden, I would totally go. Oh, okay.
Oh, he takes it.
Okay, he's got the heal.
Not the riskiest move to take. But yeah, that rear guard could prove to be cause some issues right here.
I guess you're right. He did reveal the Sentinel crit, so he might not be playing regular PGs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for protect decks, that's definitely an option. That's pretty appealing sometimes. Now, let's see if he's got a grade 3 to ride. Not, but we see he mills 2, and then he's able to, grab a card from his drop and add to his hand. That's a pretty good card for the situation. He grabs then his main grade 3.
I think this is the first Nightrose we've seen this whole game.
I can't tell if that's one of the damage or not, but I'm pretty sure you're right.
Oh yeah, you're right. There's one in damage.
It's definitely interesting. Both these decks have been playing the way they have this game. Getting that Skull Dragon out. It's 2k for every card in the drop zone. It's going to be very large. And then we'll see some multi-attacks with that grade 2 Ghosty Jesse. So this will be Brain's best turn so far, it's looking like.
Oof, you hate to see that. 2 cards
Yeah.
for Vanguard.
There we get Damien, and now see Damien swinging in. Should be for 13, but you know, every attack counts. And then unflip and then Granblue again. Get the heal out.
That's a 25k intercept.
Oh, yes. That was a great interaction. That's funny. Attack should be 23, it's looking like. Oh, wait. Or 20. I think it's 28, actually. The Beatrice coming in. Oh, we got the crit for the Skull Dragon. It's going to be very large. With 3 cards, he's going to need a PG.
I think Braden should have boosted on this attack, too. Oh, PG to PG.
Oh, PG double.
No defense. Oh, no.
Oof. Oh, man, here we go. This is a lot of attacks here. Oh, he whittled away John.
And the Overlord was hand too. That was just unfortunate for John.
Wow, that was really unfortunate.